Hello everyone, I'm Polly, and today I'm going to talk about the future of Animal Crossing as a game series. And this is going to be a mix of theories that I found online, my own theories and opinions, and stuff that people in general want in the upcoming games. There are three main theories that pretty much summarize what can be the next title. Starting out with the most random one, in my opinion, the next game could be a port or remake of an older title. Now, Nintendo has never ported or made a remake of an Animal Crossing title, so that's why I think it's kind of random. Most people believe this theory because New Horizons was the first game for many people in this community. It sold over 40 million copies when the first game only sold 2 million or around 2 million. So it would make sense that Nintendo would allow new players to be introduced to older titles. And also players that played the first titles. Everyone likes nostalgic things, so I'm pretty sure the people that actually played those titles would also love the idea of being able to play the first titles on the Nintendo Switch. I say that the title that would make the most sense to be ported of a remake would be the first title of them all, the one that introduced the series. And in terms of a prediction for a date, there isn't really one. Nintendo usually don't really share this type of information unless it's like basically the release day. So because of this unpredictability, I think it's the most random one. Following up with the one that I believe the most, that the next title will be a spin-off, and it would make a lot of sense. In my opinion, it's the one that makes the most sense because New Horizons really lacks when it comes to multiplayer gameplay, and that's something a lot of people have complained about for years now. So it would make sense that the spin-off would kind of focus more on that specifically with mini games, and maybe I would love if they would introduce a co-op island that you could play like in local play or online play. I think it would be so much fun, and I think a lot of people would like that as well. I've seen some people online saying that they would love that, so I know I'm not alone on that one. It also makes more sense to be a spin-off than a mainline title because there was a huge gap between New Leaf and New Horizons, and in that time 3 spin-offs were released, and we've only had one spin-off since New Horizons, Happy Home Paradise, that it was sold as a DLC, but we can easily call it a spin-off title. And given the timeline that we have, like consolidating or considering the data that we have from the previous releases, it wouldn't be so weird if we had a spin-off title coming out this year, like towards the end of the year or maybe early 2024. And I haven't seen a lot of people, or I don't think I've seen anyone with this theory, but Happy Home Designer and the Amiibo Festival came out in the same year in different consoles, so I don't know. I thought maybe we could have a spin-off title early 2024 and another late 2024 with a new console. It would make sense, like early 2024, Nintendo saying, hey, we didn't forget about you guys, here's a spin-off title, go have fun. And then late 2024, new console, let's bring all these players to the new console and release a spin-off title with the console. I don't know, it's a possibility, but I think that we will have a spin-off coming out either this year or next year. And the last theory is that the next game will be a mainline title, and I don't believe this. I want to believe. I would love it to happen, but I don't believe that it's going to be the case. Between New Leaf and New Horizons, again, huge gap. So I don't know why there wouldn't be such a big gap between New Horizons and the next main title and no spin-offs in between. You know, I don't know. Considering all the data that we have, I feel like it's unlikely that we'll have a mainline title as the next game. I've seen 2 theories about the new mainline title. Either if it's the next title that will be released or not. Some people speculate that the next game, the next mainline game, will be like the compilation of the best things of other titles, like the best thing of New Leaf, the best of New Horizons, like combine and make like this mega game with features that everyone loves. And I don't know if I believe that necessarily. Like the older games, like all the games, including New Horizons, are great, have great features, but I tend to believe more in the second theory, that the next title will be in a completely new setting, using the same features that we're familiar with. Some people speculate that the next game will be either a planet or a system of planets. And that is so exciting because that opens up so many possibilities. There could be room for different stuff. Like one part would be multiplayer, one part would be solo player. Maybe those could combine, and that co-op, I mean, in this case wouldn't be an island, but would be like a region or a planet, like a co-op thing, a co-op mode. That would be super interesting and fun, and people could focus more on playing alone, decorating and building, or playing with friends, playing mini games. You know, there are so many gameplay modes to play Animal Crossing. Some people would rather upgrade everything. Some people would rather decorate something. So I think having a planet or a system of planets would really open the horizons of the new title, and maybe transfer some of the features that we had in previous games to this one, but make them better. Introduce new biomes and fruits and flowers and produce, the ones that exist now, and maybe some others that existed in previous titles, and new ones. I mean, we don't have to only have stuff that were in other games. We could have new things, more customization to the NPC buildings and the NPCs themselves, like choosing to have specific NPCs in a region or planet and others in other regions or planets. And revamp the terraforming tool. I think it's such an interesting tool, but also so hard to work with sometimes. Not everyone gets it either. Maybe also make the bridges and inclines more customizable, and maybe we could use them in more scenarios, and having like complete creative freedom. Some people don't like to have that much creativity. I've seen a lot of people complain about New Horizons because once they do the first tasks that the game has you to do, like the tutorial part, it's like too much freedom. They don't know what to do. So maybe there could be a mode where you could have complete freedom and do whatever you wanted, customize the world or planet or system of planets the way you want it. Maybe there could be a default mode where people just had to take care of their plants and talk to other villagers and NPCs, upgrade buildings, you know, a more restrictive mode, but not restrictive, just not so focused on building and decorating. I think everyone would be happy if there was a possibility of having the best of both worlds, basically. In terms of when this game could come out, I think that we won't see a new mainline title right away. You know, it hasn't been a lot of time since New Horizons came out. I know for some people it is, but in terms of designing and making a game, it's not a lot of time, and I would rather having to wait more time and have a new and big and awesome game, finished game at release, than having an unfinished game that lacks a lot of features and feels empty and feels unfinished. That could be the result of having a game being released so early on. I think the new or the next mainline title will come out around 2027. That's my prediction, around like 2026, 2027, 2028. I don't know, but somewhere in there. I don't even know if this like prediction of it being a planet or a system, if it's going to be a thing or if it's going to be inspired on other titles, as long as it is a finished game and fun. And I don't know, I think they could go the extra mile and make a whole system of planets. I mean, why not? With all of this being said, I would like to know if you have a theory or prediction about the next game or the next games. I don't know. What would you like to see? Would you rather have like 1 or 2 spin-offs before the next main release, or have a new big game right away? Also, I'm just going to put it out there, I don't believe they will touch New Horizons again. I think that game is done. It is what it is, and honestly, I prefer it that way. But yes, I've seen some people say that the New Horizons is the last game on the series and there won't be a new game. And I don't know what makes people believe that. New Horizons sold so good. I don't think Nintendo are going to be like, well, we did what we wanted with this game, with this series, we gain a lot of money from it, and we won't make money with it. I don't think that makes sense, okay? I think there is going to be a new game, hopefully before 2025. It doesn't need to be related to New Horizons specifically. It could be something new as long as it's fun. I hope you liked this video. If you did, I would love it if you leave a like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps me out a ton. And if you don't know what to watch next, and until the release of the next game, maybe you could watch my newest island. It is a small town in Halloween, and I'm dropping some lore on each episode. Yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!